Brothers, I'm in the Southern California desert right now. Almost no one within the 10-mile radius. Staying at a friend of mine's for the weekend. He's having a party out here. And the energy out here, guys, it's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely insane. But I'm not using this time to talk about the desert. I'm gonna use the desert to fuel this raw talk, is what I'm gonna do. So I've been in a state of complete lack of social anxiety, of anxiety in general, complete flow, complete direction, complete purpose, and energy. I finally feel like I'm living how a human being is capable of truly living, right? My whole life I felt like there was some lack. There was something lacking, something missing, whether that was confidence, whether that was energy, whether that was direction. I feel aligned now. Now, this path to get here was many, many years, right? But I'm 22 years old, guys. I'm 22 years old, and I have achieved this state that most people strive their whole lives to get to. And I'm here at this event, this party. Super interesting people here. I wish I could just pick their minds for days, but I'm only here for the weekend. And I'm the youngest individual here. But I feel no social anxiety. I don't feel out of place because I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I've done the work, and my energy is aligned, guys. And that is the thing. It's like the social anxiety will go away when your energy is aligned. And what it feels like is that I'm able to take a deep breath at any single point in my life and just ground myself, no matter the anxiety, whether it's in life or in social situations, because I'm clear, right? In order to be clear, number one, my whole body has to be clear, but especially my mind, right? And when I say my mind, that means no insecurities, right? That means no feelings of lack. That means no feelings of misdirection. Right? Complete clarity. And if this is clear, and also what I'm putting in my body is clear, you live as an abundant human being, as an aligned human being. Now, it doesn't mean there's still no uncomfortable things. I'm pushing myself on a daily basis to do as much as I can to push my mission forward. But it's like, no bigger blessing, brothers. No bigger blessing. And so I don't want to make this just about, feeling good, right? How does the average individual, does any individual get to the state of complete abundance, complete clarity? Number one, you have to have alignment in all four pillars, right? Mental, physical, sexual, spiritual. You have to have confidence in all four of those. Confidence in your physical appearance, right? Which you can change that a lot. You can go to the gym, do looks maxing, use minoxidil to get a beard, right? Lower body fat, better aura. Next is gonna be mental fortitude. Doing what the F you say you're going to do, right? Being able to stick to your word. And once that proof starts to build, your identity starts to shift. Also, the mental clarity and the mindfulness to know when the negative thoughts don't serve you and they shouldn't be in your mind. That's the mental. Also, full understanding of female human nature. That's absolutely necessary. You cannot navigate the modern world without a full understanding of this because you will get wrecked, right? You will get wrecked because if you treat women the same way you want to be treated, attraction will be completely lost. Right? And so there's some simple principles, which me and Mike talk about on this channel, that you have to understand. The funny thing is you don't have to understand the pickup lines. You don't have to understand each and every, situation. You have to understand the principle, what drives attraction, and then everything goes downstream from there, right? Then you have the sexual mastery method. Complete confidence in your sexual ability. It's just as important that you're actually able to perform in bed as it is that you know you're able to perform in bed, right? This insecurity for men is honestly probably the biggest because It's so under talked about. It's so massive in the human psyche. A feeling of lack in this area will cause such a hole. And yet there's no education and no emphasis on changing it. And so it's quite simple here, guys. There's 3: size, stamina, seduction. They can all be changed. Watch the Evolve Method Masterclass. But me, for example, I was insecure in all 3 for okay reason, right? I didn't have the abundance in all 3 to actually perform how I wanted to. It didn't take me long. Some simple practices, pelvic floor health, PE, understood seduction, studied it a little bit, and then boom, just like that, night and day, right? Top 1% in that area now, right? And I say that humbly, but I say that because other men don't do these things. And so that's necessary. Next, you have spiritual. Now, this is the one where the real alignment comes in, right? At the habits level, you have meditations, right? You have Qigong, which is a big one, which is, as you guys see how I'm breathing throughout each one of these, I'm taking my energy from up here and just grounding it so I can communicate to you from the heart and in flow state. Now that is Qigong, right? As I deep breathe, I actually ground my energy through my body. That is necessary to stay in flow state. Now the spiritual is a constant battle between your higher and lower self. The material is part of us, right? We have these material fleshly desires that will never go away, right? You can fast in the desert for 40 days. You are still a material being. Now, material desires almost never lead to fulfillment, whether that's lust, success, status, right? Doesn't mean you should not strive for success or even strive for status, because it can give you access to more wisdom, more opportunities. But it's all chasing a hole that can't be fulfilled, right? Now, our spiritual desires, those aren't default. It's not default for us to chase those things, but it's what actually creates a quality of life, right? Fulfillment is your spiritual desires, essentially, because what fulfillment is that feeling of whole. And you can only feel whole if you're chasing your higher desires, not your lower ones. Now, to stay aligned with these higher desires, you have to have all psychological needs met. You have to have full internal and mental security, because if you don't, you will not have the capacity to strive for the higher desires, which is helping others from your own internal abundance, right? That won't be possible if you don't have your own. And so when you look at like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you have to check off each box, which is why when striving for success, that's okay. When striving with confidence, that's phenomenal. Striving to do things for yourself before you do things for others is okay, because you won't be able to help others unless you have the internal abundance first. Now, once you have the internal abundance, this is like phase 2 of the method. You have the internal abundance. You can now guide your desires, guide that abundance towards what the universe, what God has in store for you. If you are fulfilling that thing that you were put here to do, that is the highest feeling a man can feel. There's nothing else better, right? But you only get there from number 1, doing the full method or just getting full confidence. And number 2, aligning that confidence and that new abundance with your higher desires. And that, my brothers, is how I got here, right? That is how I got here. And I didn't put it through my story lens this time, because everyone can do it. All of these things can line up through your story, right? You just have to do them. You have to do them, right? I see it time and time again as a coach, is that people who do these things focus on getting full confidence in the 4 pillars, then focus on building abundance out externally so they can actually fulfill their purpose. Boom, it works. But you just have to commit. All right, brothers? Probably got more content coming up. I really am going to take this time to enjoy the desert out here. It's beautiful. My friend, he's got 14 properties. Doug Evans, the sprout guy. Find him on Instagram. He's really brought sprouts to the game, guys. He's like, sprouts are one of the most healthy foods on the planet. Insane. You grow them at your house. You know, there's nothing, it's sprayed with nothing. You eat them in their highest growth phase, have insane amount of enzymes, which is like the life in the food. And no one like ate them or grew them at home until he created the sprouting company, which is like a kit for it. And he sells the seeds, and it's doing absolutely phenomenal. It's got him 14 properties out here in Joshua Tree. And so I'm super happy I connected with him, and he's just a really good dude. A lot of great dudes out here. So hopefully, you know, I'll make some more contact with some of these guys, but love you guys. Stay breathing, and peace.